Metaphor. Look at the word and say it with me. Metaphor. What's that word? Metaphor. Compares two things, does not use like or as. Metaphor. Compares two things, does not use like or as. So a simile is going to say something like, she is as fast as a cheetah. A metaphor would be, she is a cheetah on the playground. I'm still comparing two things. I'm still comparing the she to a cheetah, but I'm not using like or as. So it makes me think a little bit harder. I could say, the room was a metaphor. Compares two things, does not use like or as. Make sure you look at the word and say it with me. Metaphor. What's that word? Metaphor. Compares two things, does not use like or as. A simile would say something like, the room was as messy as a landfill. I'm comparing the room to a landfill, and I'm using the word as. A metaphor would be, the room was a landfill. I'm just saying the room was a landfill. There's no like or as there. So it makes things a little bit more direct, but it still compares two things. Another example of a metaphor would be, the class was a nightmare. I'm comparing the class to a nightmare. And I can think about what I would infer about that class that way. Or I could say, the class was heaven. I'm comparing the class to heaven without using like or as.